Welcome to the Titanium Life Podcast. This is your host, Armand Sadeghi, and I'm thrilled to have you with me here today. It's going to be an incredible day as we talk about the next 5 years of your life. You see, the next 5 years of your life are what it's all about right now. As we're sitting here today together and you're sharing these moments with me, I want to make sure that the next 5 years of your life are going to be even better than the last 5 years of your life. And I want the next 5 years of your life to be better than anything you ever thought possible. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it be nice if every area of your life, your finances, your spiritual health, your emotional health, physical health, relationships, family, friends, growth, you name it. What if all of those areas could be at their absolute peak in the next 5 years of your life? Well, they can. They absolutely can. And you can have everything that you've ever wanted and more, in fact, because as you start attaining success and you start enjoying the fulfillment that comes along with it, as we talked about in the last episode, which I'm sure you've listened to, what I want to talk to you about is, hey, how are you going to get all this success? How are you going to go out there and get all these incredible things? Finding that financial freedom, having the body of your dreams, a body that could be on a magazine cover, having a business that can be truly something you're proud of, not just because it makes a lot of money, but because you do something that makes a difference in people's lives and something that makes you happy and fulfilled on the inside, something you can be proud of. And having a relationship that's absolutely beautiful, passionate, intimate, incredible. What if having all of those things is just right there for you and you can grab it and the next 5 years of your life could be incredible? Well, let me ask you a question. If that's going to be the next 5 years of your life, what sorts of actions are you going to have to take today? Will taking the same actions you took 5 years ago get you to where you need to go? What about taking the same actions you took 4 years ago or 3 years ago? The reality is, for most people, the actions you took over the last 4 years and the behaviors you displayed over the last 4 years or 5 years are not going to get you where you need to go. Now, I know many of us think that life circumstances are somehow going to change around us, but I want to give you a reality check here. You are exactly where you are at today in your life because of the decisions you have made and the actions that you've taken. It has very little to do with luck, with genetics, and with all of the other things we like to blame things on. It's not your circumstances that have made you what you are today. And by the way, as someone who has downloaded a podcast to listen to about how to grow in life, clearly you're already an incredibly successful person. So I know you make some very good decisions in life. But are you also making some bad ones? Are there some areas of your life where you're not playing all out? You're not putting it all out there. Are there areas where you think that magically things are just going to get better? You think someone's going to wave a magic wand and suddenly your pumpkin's going to turn into a beautiful carriage? Is that what you're waiting for? Or are you going to decide today that you're going to go out and you're going to get the life that you want? You're going to go get the things that you want. You're going to make them happen. Enough about talking about genetics. Enough about thinking about luck and fortune and circumstances and the seasons and rain and clouds and the sun. Enough about all of that. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about what you're capable of. Let's talk about the fact that if you want the next 5 years of your life to be significantly better than the last 5 years of your life, let's talk about the fact that you are going to have to take what? Significantly different actions. Yes, my friend, you're going to have to take significantly different actions if you want significantly different results. That's the only way that it works. Does that make sense? Does it make sense that if you're taking the same actions, you're going to get the same results? And there are plenty of cliches out there that I don't need to repeat. But I want you to understand that where you're at today, my friend, is as a result of the things that you've done in the past. And for the most part, where you're at today is a lot a result of what you've done in the last 5 years. Now, there are some things that started long before 5 years ago, but 5 years can be a very, very long time. So where you're at tomorrow, and a month from now, and a year from now, and 5 years from now, has everything to do with the decisions that you make today while you're listening to this podcast. The things that you're listening to today, the things that you're listening to right now, and the decisions you make as a result of them, those decisions today are what are going to shape your destiny. Those decisions are going to shape the rest of your life. Those decisions are going to change the actions that you take. And by taking different actions, you will get very different results. And what if you were committed to making the right decisions and taking positive, empowering actions? What sort of future do you see for yourself 5 years from now? See, I'm going to be talking to you in these various podcasts about the tools you need. The tools you're going to need to take every aspect of your life to levels you never thought possible. We're going to help you take your business to heights you never thought possible. Your financial situation is going to improve in ways you never thought possible. Your body, your health, your relationships, all of those things are going to go to levels you never thought possible. But guess what? What I'm going to give you is I'm going to give you the tools to make those a reality. But there's one other piece to it that's a very, very important piece. And that's the fact that subconsciously, you have to be ready to make those things happen. And where that subconscious support comes from in your case is going to be the decisions you make today. So as you hear my voice today and you listen to this podcast, you're going to be making some critical decisions about the things that you're going to have to do going forward, the things that you're going to enjoy doing going forward, things that maybe you've chosen not to do in the past. And perhaps in a lot of cases, as you're listening to my voice and you're hearing this podcast, you're going to make decisions about things that you can no longer do if you want to have the kind of life that you deserve. Are there things in your life right now that you're going to have to give up? Are there things you do today that are not empowering you? Things you do today that don't serve you? If you're doing things that aren't serving you, if you're doing things that aren't empowering, then you're going to make some decisions about what you're going to have to give up if you want the results you want. Because if you continue to take the same actions, if you continue to live life the same way that you've lived it, you're going to get the same results you've gotten. And I know somehow you think that magically those same actions will get you considerably different results, but it's just not the way that life works. So today, in this episode, this is all about you. This is an episode where mostly the thinking needs to happen inside of your head. I need you to consider what decisions you need to make today to massively improve your life. What decisions do you need to make in the area of health? What decisions do you need to make in the area of your finances? What decisions do you need to make when it comes to relationships? What critical decisions do you need to make when it comes to your finances? What decisions do you need to make when it comes to the area of your spiritual health and your emotional health? What decisions do you need to make in the area of your family, growth, your friends? See, all these different areas of life are areas you're going to have to make decisions in today. And the key is to make those decisions now. There is no time to wait for tomorrow to make decisions, because isn't that part of what got you here? Some of the things in your life that you want to make better, aren't they the way they are because you postponed a decision and you kept pushing it off and procrastinating? So what if today you took a significantly different action and you decided that today is the day you're going to make some of those tough decisions? What if right now, as you were listening to my voice, you were already making some tough decisions? Decisions that seem really tough, decisions that you may have tried to avoid, but subconsciously and consciously, you now see that making those decisions are going to make your life significantly better. And when you make those decisions, what happens when I give you the tools to make your business and your life, your business, your relationship, all that stuff a lot better? With those tools, you're now going to be able to take the action that you need to get the results that you want. So again, the next 5 years of your life don't have to be like the last 5 years of your life. But what that means is you're going to have to take significantly different action. Are you ready to take your life to another level? Are you ready to take significantly different action? Are you ready to do things that you weren't willing to do before? Are you willing to push the envelope? Are you ready to embrace things that used to scare you? Because you see, courage doesn't come from a place of not having any fear. In fact, people who have no fear are typically dead, and they don't listen to podcasts. Courage comes from being scared out of your mind, but doing it anyways. That's what courage is all about. So as you're listening to me today, I know that some of these decisions that you need to make scare you. I know they scare you, but my friend, that's where your courage comes from. That's where the courage is going to come from. The decisions to push your life to another level. The decisions to live life at a level that others can only dream of. The decision to take care of your health. Because don't you already know enough diets, enough workout routines, If you've never heard any of my content, I bet you can't wait to hear about this incredible, revolutionary, world-changing 25-minute workout and my nutrition guide that puts food in 4 different categories. I know you're waiting for it because you know it's going to be life-changing. But let me ask you a question. Don't you already know some really great diets and some great workout routines? Of course you do. So if you don't have the body you want, it's not the tools that you're lacking, it's the decision to live life at a different level. Now, let me tell you, when I give you the tools, it'll make it a lot easier for you to live at that level. But at the same time, the decision must come first. And you already know about the order of operations in life. So first, you must make a decision. And then you take the tools and you use them to massively increase the likelihood of success in the shortest possible period of time. So what are the decisions you need to make about that body of yours? About your health? What about your finances, your relationship, your business? Today is the day I want you to think about that. And then I want you to join me in the next few episodes as we go through one by one and touch the most critical areas of your life. And I share with you the tools that are absolutely revolutionary and built in science. Because you see, I'm a neuroscientist. I'm not just some guy who goes around coaching people on their business and health and things like that. I understand how the human mind works. And that's where all of my knowledge and content comes from, is understanding how the human mind works and understanding how, if you do things the right way, you take the right actions, you can get the kind of results that you want. And I'm absolutely committed to helping you do that. But the first thing I need from you today is I need you to make a decision about your relationships, about your finances, about your health, about your business, about whatever area of your life you want to take to another level. So are you willing to do that? Are you ready to make those decisions? Excellent. I'm excited to go on this journey with you. And I assure you that based on the decisions you've already made and the decisions you're going to make as soon as you turn off this podcast, based on just those things alone, I absolutely know that the next 5 years of your life are going to be much better than the last 5 years of your life, regardless of what the last 5 years were like. If they were great, well, my friend, they're going to be even better. If they were less than great, well, you're going to see something very different happening, because when you start taking different actions, you get different results. I want to thank you for joining me on this podcast, and I want you to take a couple minutes, make some decisions, and write those decisions down, because over the next few weeks, as I share more information with you and I give you more tools and knowledge, it's really important for you to understand that these decisions are going to be what back up those tools. The tools are just going to be the things you use on a day-to-day basis. I love you all. I'm here to help you live the lives that you truly, truly deserve. Go out there, have an empowering day, think empowering thoughts, and make the decisions that are going to revolutionize your life and pave the destiny that you deserve. So as always, I want to remind you, go out there and lead with your heart.